Welcome back to the My Big Dream podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Baker, and today's topic, the most important decision you will ever make. We better take a deep breath because that's a pretty big topic. Okay, if no one has told you lately, the biggest, maybe the most important decision you will ever make in your entire life is not the decision to work harder. It's not the decision to do more. It's the decision to discover. The decision to discover what you really want. So many of us wait on life to tell us. We wait on God to reveal it, or we wait for something outside of us to show us what's next. But what if it's already within you? What if everything you need, you already have? Okay, she's crazy. Could it really be that simple? The truth is, the things that bring you joy, peace, and excitement, they're not random. They are clues, little breadcrumbs leading you back home to yourself. Okay, now she's really crazy. I'm not crazy, I promise. What lights you up? What could you do for hours? Let your feelings be your guide here. So many people never take time to think about what they want. They float through life, hoping it all works out, not even living at all, sometimes completely miserable. You have to know what you want. Clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from paying attention. You only get one life, one body, one story to tell. So, doesn't it make sense to figure out what truly lights you up? I want you to start paying attention, really paying attention to the things that make you feel alive, the things that make you smile without trying, things that you lose track of time doing, the things you think about when no one's around. That's where your dream lives. And I want you to start writing those things down. You can use the My Big Dream book if you have it, or just grab a blank notebook, call it your dream notes. Every time something excites you, write it down. Every time you feel that spark, that little tug in your heart, write it down. Because those small clues are leading you straight to what you were made for. And not just what you were made for, but your happiness, just a different outlook on things. When you can find out what makes you tick, the things that excite you, and you can do more of those things, it's obvious that you're going to be happier. You're going to be a joy filled person that other people are going to want to be around, and that's going to spread and that's going to be contagious. Okay, so moving on. If you don't have the My Big Dream book and you're just going to use a journal, I'm going to give you the top 10 categories for dreaming big. That way you can get a head start on figuring out what it is that you really want, or the first baby step towards that. Maybe you're not ready to dream about huge things right now. Maybe you're just wanting things to just be a little bit better than they are. Maybe you're at the point where you're like, this can't be. This can't be all there is to life. There has to be more. So here we go. The top 10 dream big categories. Number 1 is dream vacations. We start here because it's easy to start dreaming big about vacations. Everybody needs a vacation and everybody enjoys a vacation. So start with journaling where you would want to go if money was not an option, if time was not an option. Where is it that you want to go? And then go further, put yourself in that place. What would you like? What clothes would you wear? What would you eat? What would you plan on that trip? And just journal those things. And as you're journaling, just pay attention to how that makes you feel. This is so good. Okay, number 2, dream house. Nobody at the age of 8, 9 years old says, I want to live in my car or I want to live in a shack. I mean, it happens, but it's not your dream. When you're a child, you're full of imagination, you're full of creativity. So if you could live anywhere, and I mean anywhere, money's not an issue. Where would you live? What would your house look like? Would it be a cabin? Would it be a beach house overlooking the ocean? Would it be, I don't even know. I want to overlook the mountains. I want it to face where I can see the sunset every night and see the sunrise every morning from the front porch and the back porch. So that's my dream. So it's your turn. What's yours? All right, number 3. This is a fun one. It's your dream car. So I could tell you so many car stories. There was times I just wanted a car, and there was times that I wanted a car that would start. Okay, so dream car. If you could drive any car, what would it be? What color would it be? Would it have leather interior? Would it have cloth interior? Would it have tan, gray, wheels, hubcaps? Would it be red? Would it be blue, black? Journal it. Get it out there on paper. Think about how you would feel driving this car. Journal that as well. Okay, number 4. Now, this is a touchy one. Dream bank account. How much is too much? How much money would you want in your bank account? And I want you to write how it makes you feel. Like, how low can it get before you start freaking out and get nervous? And how high can you get before it makes you crazy that you have too much and then you start feeling selfish? This is a whole nother podcast. We won't go into it, but journal your dream bank account. Number 5 is your dream job. If you could do anything, what would it be? Would you work from home? Would you go work at an office? Would you be a doctor? Would you be a nurse? Would you be a chef? Anything here. Don't limit to yourself to what seems possible, but anything. What would you get up and be excited about to go do every single day? All right, now that you've journaled that, we're moving on. We are halfway through. Number 6, this one a lot of people leave out, but number 6 is your dream health and your dream body. This one's so important. How do you want to feel every day? How do you want to look? I tend to put myself last, being a mom, and I've really worked on this category lately. And so one of the things that I put was I wanted glowing skin. And this is a really funny story. I was sitting at the Social Security office waiting to get a new Social Security card. I'm not sure why I'm telling you all this, but I'm sitting there waiting, and I just got out my journal and I was just writing things. And I thought, what do I want? What do I want for me? How do I want to look? How do I want to feel? Clothes do I want? What shoes do I want? And so I'm journaling these things. And one of the things that I wrote down was that I wanted glowing skin. I wanted my skin to look fresh and young and glowing. So I wrote glowing skin down. Now, this story could go multiple ways, but I had checked in by my phone. There was probably 30 people at the door. And when the doors opened, they all went in. I go in probably 3 minutes after everyone, and I sat down, and I was the first name called, which allowed me to leave early. So on the way home, I thought, I'm almost out of my lotion. I'm going to run by and get it. So I go to get my lotion, and on the shelf, right next to the bottle of lotion that I always buy, is a bottle called Golden Glow. I was like, no way. I literally just wrote this down less than 30 minutes ago, maybe even 15 minutes, and it's right next to my lotion. So if you don't think this stuff works, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, of course, I bought my lotion and I bought this bottle of Golden Glow, which I've now used for several weeks and I absolutely love, by the way. The point is, if I wouldn't have written it down, if I wouldn't have taken time to figure out what I wanted for me, that bottle would have been sitting there and I wouldn't even have noticed it. You have to know what you want. All right, we're moving on. Number 7, one of my favorite categories. This one is dream giving. There is so much wisdom in the Bible, whether you believe it or not. I'm not here to convince you of anything. Gosh, it's a whole nother podcast. I have a lot of mixed feelings about different religions and different churches, but when you truly get to the word and the wisdom that's there, it's good. It's pure. It's not been just I don't even know. Okay. So, Malachi chapter 3 verse 10. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this. This is the only time in the entire Bible that God said to test me. It says, "Test me in this," says the Lord Almighty, "and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." So much blessing that there's not even room to store it. He says, "Test me in this. If your fists are clenched, you will not receive anything." And you have to let go of the control of money, because money will control you if you try to control it. You have to let go of that control. So when I talk about giving here, I can't tell you where to give or who to give to. But what I'm saying is when you're controlling it and you're seeing the results of it, it just doesn't work the same. You have to just let go of that control. I'm not saying that everything you give needs to be anonymous. What I'm saying is to let go of the control of it. I love to give gifts. I love to see people's reaction to those gifts. I love to give money to people and see their reaction to bigger tip or whatever it is. I love that. But the point of this is that it's not all in my control, that I'm not controlling everything about it. Sometimes you just have to let it go, hands open wide, and know without a doubt that it's coming back to you. Number 8, dream relationships. Okay, anybody can do this. It's for me, this would be the relationship I have with my husband. I want to go on walks in the evening. Maybe I want to sit and watch TV at night. Maybe I want him to leave me notes or buy me gifts. Journal about these things. So when it happens, you can actually be thankful for it. But if you don't know what you want and you just accept things the way they are, how will you ever know if you have the relationship you've ever dreamed of? And same goes for relationships with other family members. Maybe you don't get along with a parent, or maybe you don't get along with one of your children. Change that. Journal what you would like it to be like. Number 9, one of my favorites, your dream circle. So this is mentors and people you would like to meet. For me, I've said this before, Tony Robbins. I've never seen him in person. I've never met him in person, but the energy that he has just on watching his videos and seeing things come up on social media, he just carries an energy with him, and I would love to meet him. I would love to sit and ask him. Honestly, I think I'd sit and be quiet and let him talk, and I'd probably learn more from being quiet than I ever would from asking him questions. So who is it that you would want to meet? Who's in your dream circle? And number 10, the dream you. Who are you becoming? Describe your energy, your lifestyle, your confidence. What kind of friend, partner, parent, leader do you want to be? What does a normal day look like for the future you? Write it out. Go big. No shrinking here. So that's the 10 My Big Dream categories. This is a good place to start. Again, they are in the My Big Dream book. You don't need it. You can start with a journal and just use this podcast to guide you through. So, why does all this matter? Simple. If you don't know what you want, how will you ever know if you get it? Don't settle. Choose the life you want. Write it down. Figure it out. So here's your challenge for the week. Decide. Decide to dream. Decide to find out what makes you come alive. Decide that good enough is no longer your story, because this life, your life, is waiting for you to want more. And when you finally say yes to that dream, everything changes. The biggest decision you will ever make is to decide to dream. What is it that you really want? If you could wake up every day excited to start the day, what would that look like? What if, when you lay your head down at night, there were no worries, no fears, just fulfillment? What would that look like? Because that's the life you want. That's what you need to get clear on. That's what you need to be journaling about. Discover what you want, believe things can be different, and just watch what happens. I am so excited to go on this journey with you. I'm so excited for you to discover what it is you really want, to stop settling, to start dreaming big. So follow along, jump on I am RachelBaker.com and grab my free guide, Stop Settling, Start Dreaming Big. And of course, follow me on Instagram, also on Facebook. And if you don't have your copy of the My Big Dream book, they're available on Amazon. And remember, start where you are, dream big, and do the impossible.